I just cannot do it, Captain. The hole'd be too deep, especially for this space engineer. Well, I had to make something up. Nobody else made anything up for me, so I made something up anyway. Okay, folks, welcome back to Space Engineers. I'm Raetac once again, and we are in a hole. Namely, I did a little experiment. The experiment being is I wanted to see if there was any extra ore down here in the depths of the Earth, or whether it's all just surface layer stuff. And judging by what I see here for this terrain, it's all surface layer. So this is what I'm gonna do. No, not turn the jetpack on for one. Now this, I think I've got, I've done a little bit in between times. I've got an antenna on this station now. So I'm going to fully retract one of these pistons. That is retracting. Let's go a little bit quicker. There we go. I'll just reverse those pistons, because they are actually going down. They're now going down very slowly. I want to bring this up to a point there where I can actually find which piston are you? I don't know. Control panel platform. Okay, so you're at position 0. We'll reverse you. Ah, there we go. So, idyllically, by the looks of things, ooh, there's a little bit of jolter there. Let's go up one more. This piston, reverse. Oh, good. Now, what I want to do is basically bore out a flat ground kind of thing to the level of the cobalt here. And as you can see, I had a little bit of a trouble with... I actually ran out of hydrogen while in a hole. I've got some hydrogen still, so that's good. I may just have to go for a run down that hole. Let's do that, because I really do need to go grab some more hydrogen. Now, I carved this hole out with my new advanced drill, and it was actually pretty cool. And then I found nickel here. More nickel. Let's go down this tunnel. Tunneling down. Still finding some nickel along that surface bit. So, I've got an idea in my head. This is what I'm thinking. From where the hole is currently, I can skim up. If I create a nice level plateau or ledge, I could potentially put like a mining vehicle in and be able to mine like flat against something. Like try to get this supposed mining vehicle to, or I don't know, a mobile drilling platform or something like that. I've got a few ideas kicking around my head, so I've got plans. Got ideas. But first, I need to get this interior tunnel flattened out first. For that, I'm going to need to basically change up my drills a little bit, so it can be basically drilling outwards. That's the plan. Running through the game. Also, with my recording software, for some particular reason, it's still basically capturing the cursor, the Windows cursor, for some strange reason. Now, there's not much I can do about that, but the rest of the whole recording software works fine. So, and I managed to get my voice sounding a lot better than what it was. Not in the last episode, that's for sure. But yeah, it works really well. Except for the course, the cursor thing. So, I will take the good with the bad, and we'll run with it. And of course, the game runs a lot better, and it looks a lot better video-wise. So we're getting back to ground zero. I can go grab some more hydrogen, and we'll go retweak these drills so I can get some not vertical movement, horizontal drilling. That's gonna be the plan. Right, that is the assembler, which I don't want. Although I probably will be coming back here to get parts anywho. Right, let's fill those up. Okay, do I actually have any other hydrogen bottles kicking around the place? There's one. There's two. I must have built those up earlier. Alright, let's fill those up as well. Take them with, because I've got a feeling I'm going to need them. Right, so jetpack's on, back to the hole. Now, this sort of coloration, it's got me thinking that there is extra ores there. I don't really know. As you can see, these ores that are showing up like as a ore detector is due to one thing. I placed an ore detector on the end of my drills because I wanted to know if there was actually anything really down there. Right, so let's get control panel for the platform. Let's get all these drills actually up. Reverse, reverse, reverse. That's already reversed. Okay. Actually, what I could do, instead of having pistons on the end of this rotor, I could actually put a conveyor and use those instead, because actually a conveyor is cheaper. I just had to think about that for a second. But, okay, so what we can do to start off with, instead of flying up and down, basically grinding stuff away, I can do this. I can tap into the drills and then dump stuff off to the large container. I should have done this a long time ago. This is actually a lot easier, a lot better, and it saves on hydrogen. Massively. So I just scoot along here. Take that one. I think I've got enough room for... maybe not. I was thinking I may have enough room for 2 drills, but it doesn't look like it. Not with the extra hydrogen bottles, that's for sure. Right. Empty. 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 And we'll take that one. Do the same. I can't shift click them because technically they're not ores. I can't put them directly into the drill, sadly. Right, now we'll scoot over to the other side and do the same. So, yeah, I want to get down pretty much underneath the cobalt that's here. And the idea I've got in my mind for the mining vessel is it's going to be capable to basically move itself, lock itself down, and then drill in a horizontal fashion. That's the idea. Oops, no, I'm going to go directly into here. And as you can see, this large container is actually getting really, really full. Especially with the amount of stone that I've just accrued. Something like 7 million kilos. 7 million kilos of stone, which eventually I'll probably process, because I have a mod that turns, well, basically processes gravel, which is refined stone. I can't tap into that. It refines gravel, which is like refined stone, as I said, and it gives you a percentage chance for basically other materials, other metals. Not like huge amounts of materials, mind you. You still have to go mine, but it's trace elements. So you can get like things like a little bit of platinum a lot before you actually get into space. But in all reality, if you really want like space-based ships, you will have to go to space and mine huge quantities to get anywhere near the amount of platinum that you're going to need to build a really decent ship. Right, let's scoot over to this one. How's my... Oh yeah, I got plenty of hydrogen. I should not panic about that. So, I had another idea too. When I was... I wasn't at work. When did I come up with this idea? You know, with the projectors and everything that I've been doing, then I was able to project a drill head on the end of a drill. I was thinking maybe I could rig up a welder on the platform. So when you brought the drills up with the projection on it, and you could just rotate the drill head around and weld it with a stationary welder. That's a bit crazy, but yeah, it would work. It definitely worked. Right. So how many pistons am I going to really need? This is where I'm going to have to fly a bit, because I'm going to need to grind these up from the bottom. Right. And doing really well on volume. I might go with 3. We'll extend those down and see how deep that is. Whoop, not that one. I want to go that way. Okay, cool. Alright, 3. So control panel. Of course it's not connected to a ship because I want to connect to the platform. Right, piston the 1. Okay, we'll put you down. We'll see how far down that goes. And actually what I can do, I can go grab some steel plates and put them into the level where I'm not going to be mining any deeper then. Yeah, that'll be a great idea. Oh, I got some plates. Well, me too. Anyway, okay, good. Right, so I'm going to basically fall down toward the point, which is about here, more or less. Go station block, and actually that'll be just about fine. Right, let's quickly get the other blocks, and we'll place a floor into the bottom of this hole, because then I won't have to basically fly around as much as I like, and I will be able to set up the horizontal drills easily. Right. Let's see now. Can I... I'm still going to have to fly just to basically get this platform in. How annoying. Actually, just a thought crossed my mind. I'm glad this isn't Minecraft. I'd have to worry about lighting and monsters spawning and stuff like that. It's a mechanic I will never have to worry about ever again. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, come on. You can do this. Can I actually basically hop into the hole? Whoa. Oh, nice. Welcome to my missile silo. Ready, whoop-a-day. Oh, could I actually put an... Oh, I can too. Actually, I might just put a... grab a 5. A hobbit hole, anybody? Have an interior base. Right, there we go. Ta-da! Beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. I will have to fly, however, to get into there. Cool. Welcome to my underground lair. Okay, so that will be pretty cool. Alright. We'll grind that out. And then we'll start extending those other pistons down. G is not the button that I was looking for. I wanted F. Control panel, piston, right. I want you to extend all the way down too. I may have been spot on with the 3 pistons. Although I reckon 2 would have done it. In fact, I think 2... I reckon 2 might have done it, actually. Yeah, I'm going to take out one of these pistons. How much space? Space is good. Okay. Ugh, weightness. All I saw was weight. Right, we'll go with 2. Doink. Safety net. Right, control panel, platform. Extend away. Thank you. Well, they might as well will both be extended because I've even got a spotlight up here too. Right. So, my thinking is I want to have pistons going outwards. I may be able to fit those pistons in. Maybe. Right. How many drills do I... Actually, I had like five drills? 5 drills? No, more like 7. I had 7 drills on there. So, let's say... Would need interior plates. No! I need interior plates, master. Give me interior plates. God, I would love to be able to, like, get this thing to say, stack everything. But it won't do that for me. That would be nice. Like, unless there's a script out there, if anybody knows. If there's a script. Right, now, just as pretty much experimentation, I want to firstly find out where my pistons are, which is not there, not there. Here you are. 7. So, theoretically, I want to put a piston there, and I'm not going to be able to fit a drill in. So if I go 8, see? No drill. Drill not go in. Okie dokie. And I could probably go down one more, actually. No, I can't. That is it. That's as deep as I go. Which, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. I could probably come down a little bit further if I so chose, but I did make it as deep as I said I wanted to go. Right, okay, so we're going to have to modify this somewhat. So we're going to use a tube. Right. We're going to bring this back this way 2 spots. And then conveyor. Actually, I don't even need conveyor. I could do something else. I can do something trickier. I could use an elbow, yeah. For that, I need that, my grinder. Right. So we go back to the elbow, which is 3. Like that. Now we put our conveyors down. Like this. And we cannot go any further down, okay? Right, so we'll get our grinder back out again. With the 5. We'll take this out. We'll take these off. That off. And that off. And that one too. Well, that was disorientating. And you know what? I just had a bit of an inspirational flash. I was going to put like multiple pistons. I don't need to put multiple pistons there. I don't even need all of these conveyors. No, not really. What I can do... Again, I'm not entirely sure how well this is going to work. But we're going to run with conveyor tubes. 2 conveyor tubes. 2? Yeah, we'll go 2. 2 conveyor tubes down. Go to a conveyor there. And then we go with a piston. Piston. Yep, 7. Actually, I can turn the jetpack off because I don't really need to be flying. Right, piston. Wrong way around, Fred. Okay, there. Piston there. And then we go conveyors. Here and here. So this drill bit's only going to be a 3 drill bits. Which is fine. It's deep enough. Or it's actually high enough for what I want. And hopefully, I should be able to now put drills on this. Like that. Beautiful. Just like it was made for it. Awesome. So that's the planning basically all fleshed out. So we're going to time-lapse the creation of said drilling apparatus. And so everybody just, once I find my welder, everybody just sit back, relax, and enjoy the music. All right, I think it's done. Well, to start off with anyway, this conveyor system, actually, no, I think I did need to do all those conveyors. I'm not entirely sure why. I really didn't need to, actually, because just having the one conveyor there and then the conveyors to the rest, oh well, never mind. I did it. It's there. It's done. It was superfluous. No, it's not. I can't even say the word. All right, so where am I going to be able to stand? Actually, I'll stand on this gyro. Yeah, that's a nice place to safe to basically observe everything, isn't it? Of course it is. Where could it not be safer? Let's like figure out the groups for this. So go control panel to the platform. Having antennas on these things is fantastic. Not being having to find a panel to log into, it's great. So now we have set that group to drills. Save that. Hide that because we don't really need to see them. Advanced rotor is actually all good. Gyroscope's on. Piston. I think it's piston 3. I am going to show in the HUD. Yeah, you're piston 3. So piston 3 is the horizontal piston. So we're going to rename that to H underscore piston underscore 1. Okay? All right. So we're also going to not do anything with that right now. Firstly, I think we're just going to turn the drills on. It's very interesting that the drills actually... It feels like they've got some torque. They're actually moving the rotor. The rotor isn't actually on. This is all the drill's doing. So now let's just check the rotor. It's trying to go up. So we'll let it go up. Which is quite interesting. So the drills are basically trying to climb up the rock face, which is really, really weird. So I'm actually working with the drills, actually keeping pace with the drills, maybe giving it a little bit of an extra push to basically go round. Okay, so that's going to slowly chew away. It'll be interesting to see how level a ground this is actually going to create me. So we're going round and round in a circle. That's fantastic. So now what I want to do is get my horizontal piston to just go slowly out. Very, very slowly. So I can actually increase the depth of, well, basically the radius of this whole shenanigans. Alright, so we'll go back to here, go back to the control panel of the platform. Right, horizontal piston. Alright, we're going to control and left click the velocity so we can set it numerically. 0. I think 0.1 is about as much as I want to go. Actually, I'm going to go 0.5. So that is going to very, very slowly creep forward. Very slowly creep forward. Taking, it's basically a slow spiraling chunk out of this thing. It's interesting how it's actually smoothing out the sides and giving this almost like a track-like feel to it. Now, if I only had something to basically just go along and suck up all the extra, like, the ores that are basically being dropped behind. I probably could actually think of something, but there's no actual real good vacuum. Well, I don't think there's any really, even in real life, there's any real good vacuum that actually can pick up boulders with it, several hundred kilos. So that is pretty much going to like cause and well, basically dig out a nice little layer that way. Then whatever I decide to build is probably... Oh, I could just basically keep going with this, I suppose. Have this sideways drill bit just do one pass, then we can basically draw it all back, come up and do another pass and do the same. Yeah, I suppose we'll just do that. Because currently we're mining out cobalt. Then we'll come back for iron, then we'll come back for nickel. And that leaves me with the one little problem. This is starting to get full. So we're going to have to do something about that. Maybe I need a transport vessel. Yeah, transport vessel would be great, actually. Or I've got like, yeah, I need a basic transport vessel. I do have one that I've made earlier, but I think that I don't really have the materials for it. I would have the materials if I could get all this back down to ground zero. That would be the hard part. So I think I'm going to... actually, I'll take a load of... How much is a full... Okay, so we'll just knock off, say... 3 ton of that, so I'll take 4 ton there, and I'll take 4 ton, or actually 3 tons worth of cobalt, and get more nickel. Yep. Okay. So we're going to take that back down to ground zero. This thing's going to keep going till Kingdom Come. I probably would need to actually figure out the transport vehicle sooner rather than later. Okay. Maybe, let's see, how we're going for time. I don't really know. So I'm just going to cut to when we get back down to ground zero, shall we? Yep, cool. Okay, we're here. So I need to make myself a vehicle. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. These bushes are real pains in the rear. I suppose I could create it here, so I think what we'll do, we'll come back next episode. What I'll do in the meantime, I will get a chassis and everything sorted out, get it all wireframed up, and next episode we'll have basically the time lapse of the build, and yeah, that sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan to me, and I'll see you all next time.